I just put a new grinding wheel on my grinder, supposed to be a little bit better grinding wheel. It ain't a diamond, but we'll see how it goes.
Those little bugs follow us home.
Huh. Dang bugs. Seems like it's cutting pretty good. All you guys do is get very
So crazy in the camera, it looks like the blade's going super slow.
this place.
Really? Yeah. Huh. Like I can get the letters and everything, just about.
Really? I guess that's the reason why them lights maybe look like that on the dash and stuff.
Maybe. Oh, they blink.
Yeah.
He was telling me they have a bunch of pumpkins down there. I was like, I got enough pumpkins to start a pumpkin patch. He was saying that they grew pumpkins over there.
Over there?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know they had a garden or anything over there. There's a bunch of pumpkins down there. Got some little bitty pumpkins.
Man, didn't know that. I ain't sure didn't.
Me either. Thank you everybody for coming in. We're sharpening some bandsaw blades. If you don't mind double tapping that screen or hitting those 3 dots at the top and giving us a like, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Sure would.
Kind of pushes us out there for more people to see our content. We haven't done anything fall related this year.
No.
It's been slipping off.
We put a new grinding wheel on here just to see if it's any better than them cheap ones at Somerville. I mean, they sharpened a few blades, and I still use them. Whew. And it's short. Short, short, short.
So you ready to go to the swamp today?
Yep. I'll be what?
Coco done tripped that thing?
Huh?
Coco done tripped it?
Probably.
There's not enough. I need to pull some more in.
Okay, we'll pull some more in.
Here.
Dang. So, y'all, the cord come unplugged, I guess. I gotta go in and make sure it's what the deal, what happened to it. That blade is holding up good. I mean, that wheel seems like it's holding up pretty good. Huh. Was it unplugged? Coco messing around, rooting around on it. How's everybody doing in here? This is the way I sharpen my blades, y'all.
I saw in the Razorback Nation that we got 3 out of the 5 votes that we'd win today.
Well, I don't want nobody to think we're going to win, actually. Because that's when we usually win. When everybody counts us out. Figured I'd do a live sharpening a few blades before I go in and start watching football. On my little cheap sharpener here. Got this off of Amazon. eBay. Excuse me.
Coop said, Trump 2024 America. Who you vote for?
I don't know. I might vote for Goofy, actually. He'd probably be about as good as anybody, I reckon. Pretty sure he's running this year, ain't
he? Are you registered to vote?
Yep.
Did I tell you when I went and got my driver's license? She asked me on register to vote, and I go crazy. I say yes. They start asking me all these questions. Like, if I knew how to take a test, I would have said no.
Not just that, you have to pull jury duty once you register to vote. They don't want to get me on I'll be a hang jury. He's guilty. Don't even want to hear it. He's guilty. That way they say, no, we'll, because, you know, you had to do a little test, you know. I'll say, nope, guilty. And that way they won't ask me to come. Nope, they're guilty.
Yeah, I went to school with him. Saying they didn't get me disqualified.
Yeah. That's my cousin, man. Where's that mark around there? I got it marked. See it yet?
No. But in all seriousness, we don't like to get too much into politics. People like who they like, you know.
Yeah, I got all different sorts of friends and subscribers on here, you know. So I don't get into too much politics.
That's the first time I've ever seen Ripper on it.
What? Oh, Ripper. These ain't rusted.
Well, I guess I never really paid much attention to him.
You know, this is the first new, this is a new blade too. Well, not, I mean, it's been ran, but of course, you know.
If you guys are enjoying this, please double tap that screen or hit the 3 little dots at the top. Leave us a like. We'll push us out there a little bit more so people can view our stuff.
This is the way I sharpen my blades. Didn't pay but $85 for this grinder.
I'll see your mark.
Do you?
Yeah.
Got made around, huh? Almost.
Almost. I guess I don't really know much about politics, but I guess I think we're so caught up in the Democrat versus the Republican that nobody looks at any of the other parties. You know, those parties don't even get a chance to really speak or be heard. Not that I'm saying they're good, because I don't know anything about the other parties, but you know what I mean.
Well, ain't none of them gonna do what the. Can't none of them do what they say they want to do.
Say what? Says Trump 2024. I go from live to live saying Trump 2024.
Well, God bless you. True red-blooded American.
I mean, really, my vote is praying that God puts who needs to be in there.
I mean, if everybody wanted to get a good president, y'all go ahead and nominate me and elect me. I'd make a good president.
I really, of course, all seriousness, again, I really think that more politicians need to be like real Americans. Not saying they're not real Americans, but people who understand what it's like for us little people, who understand the struggle day to day. You know, worrying, do you pay a bill?
Or which bill you gonna pay
Right.
this week? Well, let me see. Am I gonna keep my car, or keep my house, or keep my lights on? Let me see. Let me start calling, see which one will hold off for another week or two. Yeah, that's the one. Because there's more out there that does that from week to week than it is wealthy people, I can tell you.
But we're not here to talk about politics. That's not what our platform is about.
Nope.
We homestead on 10 acres down here in Southwest Arkansas. Most of our content right now is geared towards our portable sawmill. It's Steven is sharpening the blades for right now. But pretty soon, we'll have content in around like homeschooling, animal, livestock, gardening, stuff like that. So we just have a little bit of everything for everybody. And we love to go around and show people the great state of Arkansas, because a lot of people don't know much about Arkansas. They think that we're just, backwoods, barefoot, and can't read.
Well, dang, I've got to put my shoes on, babe. What did they say right there? You just said, I said, dang, I've got to put my shoes on. What did they say right there?
Somebody said bad sharpening.
Bad sharpening. Okay, well, you come on down here and show me how to sharpen. You must not watch my videos, because this will slice through the wood just as good as a new one. Why you say it's bad sharpening? Since you're saying it's bad sharpening, surely you got something to stand behind that. Go ahead and feed me the information. I welcome a good conversation, but make sure you got the information and the studying to prove that this is bad sharpening. Go ahead, come on. You want to come here and troll around, so show me some evidence. Tell me some evidence. My lumber is true from one end to the next. Look like you planed it when I get through cutting it. So you tell me why my sharpening is bad sharpening, since you know. He ain't said nothing?
No.
Of course he ain't. Because it's a troll wanting to come in here and talk about crap they don't even know. I don't engage with trolls too much. I get so sick of people coming here trolling, thinking they know this and that.
They can't hear you all the way over there.
Huh?
They can't hear you all the way over there fussing.
What?
They can't hear you all the way over there fussing.
I said I don't usually engage with crows, but I get sick and tired of getting these crows coming here and saying what is what. And most of them living at home with their mom and daddy or their mama and don't even know what a sharpener is. Probably don't even know what a bandsaw mill is. And he comes in here telling me bad sharpening. I want him to explain to me why it's bad sharpening. He knows.
Well, I want everybody to drop a like, double tap that screen, or hit those 3 little dots at the top. Helps push us out there. We got 186 people in here, but only 5 likes.
This was a dull blade, wasn't it? That thing looked like it's been sharpened.
I don't know where'd you get them. I don't say we need a better system.
Now I just need to start marking them. Where'd he go? The bad sharpening dude. Ain't that something?
I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to pay my bills and be able to enjoy my family.
Yeah.
I don't need much. This guy said, WTF, good thing they ain't got a pull cord.
You funny, this guy. You funny. Some dude just come here and said this is bad sharpening. Of course, that's all he said. I'm waiting for him to tell me the information. This guy, why this is bad sharpening, which he ain't said nothing else.
Young Toon said natural selection. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What are you doing to me, cat?
Figure I sharpen a couple blades this guy before I go in and watch the Arkansas game.
Young Toon said it works fine, just looks sketchy for people unfamiliar.
Yeah. And I understand that, but you know, to just pop in here and say bad sharpening, pop in here and ask me some questions about why I'm sharpening using this. People don't realize the $1,000 sharpeners you go buy. It's got a motor just like this, a sharpener just exactly like this. Goes up and down. It's got a metal rod on a cam that pushes the blade. But it still does the same thing. This does the same thing, just my human hands pushing. So
this guy's so easy to judge when they don't post stuff.
Yeah. You know, that's the only difference in this. And this costs $85 versus $1,000. So, you know, just pop in here in my channel and say, oh, that's bad sharpening. Well, if you're going to come in here and try to troll around and talk bad about something, have your facts when you come in here.
Young Toon said that's correct. If you wouldn't be doing it if it didn't sharpen. People are funny.
No, if people watches my channel, watches me cut wood, they'll see how good my blades cut.
Say, keep doing your thing. Save money. Gets done at home fine.
There you go. This cat chewing on my shoestring. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I've done sharpened several blades with this $85 machine. Usually get about 3 sharpenings out of a blade. 2 to 3 sharpenings. Well, hey, I done got my money's worth. I done got my money worth out of this blade, this sharpener, a long time ago.
This guy said exactly. If it works for you, then nothing else matters.
Yeah, I mean, it may not work for everybody. You know, some people ain't got the skills to sit here manually sharpen a blade. They had to buy them higher dollar sharpeners, do a little adjusting on it, and it does it itself. Well, I have the skills to do this, so yeah, I'd like to have a automatic sharpener. Sure. So I can just put it on here, but you still got to adjust it right. If it's not adjusted right, you can sharpen the blade and you still ain't got nothing. And each blade, you just don't adjust that automatic sharpener just just adjust it one time and sharpen blade after blade, because every blade is different. Like the teeth was maybe boogered more, it took more off the tooth, or this blade has been sharpened 2 times, where you had it set for one that's been sharpened one, you still have to resharpen it. They don't show you that on them commercials of them sharpening. And most time them people that got them at the sawmill, they don't do live videos of them. Most time they do edited long videos. You gotta watch somebody that does it live. It's behind the scenes. Watch them have to do it, actually do it.
This guy said I sharpened my first blade with a Dremel.
Hey, I did too, this guy. It done okay, actually. Just a little bit slower and a whole lot harder, in my opinion. But hey, you can do it. And look here. I've seen some guys on YouTube that was pretty good with that Dremel.
Young Tune said, minute difference each blade. So use them with no experience and ruin your blade, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, every blade is, you know, no 2 blades are the same. You might sharpen.
You bite my toe?
Is he biting you too? That cat is sitting here biting me.
Did it bite you too?
Yeah, he's biting my foot.
He bit my toe.
I know he ain't that hungry.
This guy.
I know he ain't that hungry. We feed him once a month anyway, whether they need it or not.
This guy said may or may not have had a few teeth missing, even LOL.
Yeah. Hey, the first one I sharpened this guy with a Dremel tool. Boy, I screwed it up. I ain't gonna lie. Couldn't even use it. I screwed it up. I said, well, chalk that up for learning. And I done a couple more, and they done all right. But since I got this little cheap rig, sharpening all wrong and everything, it does a pretty good job. But, you know, it's not for everybody. Works for me. Saves me a lot of money. Every time I sharpen one of these blades, saves me about $23. You know?
Scott said he's hungry. This guy said you two are so sweet, that's why.
Yeah. That cat, I swear to gosh, these cats, the mama, I had a fox here, kept eating my cats. It was eating my neighbor's chickens down the road. And one morning I walked out the door right here, and that sucker was up on my front doorstep. I didn't have my pistol on me or nothing. And I opened that door, and he was looking at me, and I was looking at it. The cat was up on the air conditioner right there as you walk in the door trying to get away from the fox. And by the time I went back in, I was fixing to get rid of the fox. But the time I got in, it was across the road over in that church, and I shined my light over there, and I was just shooting a pistol too far over there. But anyway, I think he ate 2 of my cats. People don't know that, but a fox will eat your cats. Trust me.
This guy said, yeah, consistency is everything. Young Tune said that's about $69 you save extending the life of one blade. Can't argue with that math.
Yeah.
That person came back and said, show the sharpening wheel.
Show the sharpening wheel right there. What's wrong? What is it? Hey, you want to see the sharpening wheel? I actually changed this wheel today. This actually is made to sharpen this. So there's the sharpening wheel. What you need to see about it?
Scott said, how many times can you sharpen the blade?
About 3 times so far is what I've seen, and then they go to breaking in the weld. But if you sharpen it 3 times, that's about $69 for one blade that you get. You sharpen it 3 more times, you done bought the blade. So you sharpen it 3 times, that's about $69, $69 for every one of these blades.
Stop trying to eat me.
If I sharpen 10 blades, that's $600 and something. You know, if I sharpen 10 blades 3 times, come on now, this didn't cost me but $85. I bought this wheel today. I gave about right at I think $30 for that.
For one?
Just for one, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a little bit more professional grade.
Oh, I'm about to pass out.
What do you want to see about the wheel?
I don't know.
Does turn. The wheel turns.
If you was wondering, because they made, years ago they made round wheels to the square wheels. Cavemen kind of come up with round wheels. That's a round wheel for the guys wanting to see my blade.
Young Toon said good savings on that you're saving.
Yeah, I probably sharpened 30 blades, $60. What one blade would have cost me. So that's several $100s, several hundred.
This guy said I ain't done nothing today, so you beat me across the life, Matt. Matt,
Well,
you were on the beach this morning, weren't you, with the kiddos?
yeah, this guy used family time. Well, I ended up cutting about, I don't know, 12, 15 2x12s and about 5 or 6 1x12s. Didn't do a whole lot, but I started out having a bad morning. I worked on that dang crank rope, and I finally rigged that spring up where it's working now. What else? I done something else.
You sharpened your the electric chainsaw, didn't you?
Yeah, I sharpened my little chainsaw. Couldn't find my file I found one file for my big chainsaw, but it was broken half, and I'm not used to working with them real short strokes. I'm used to working, with a full stroke file. Y'all don't. I don't want y'all keep your head.
This guy can't get Steven to not do nothing.
So couldn't burn no wood this morning outside, and it was cold. I had this shirt on and a jacket. It was it was probably 38 degrees, something like that. But you can't burn right now. If you get caught burning right now anywhere just about in Arkansas, $700 fine, because the whole state of Arkansas is on the burn ban. It's so freaking dry. So I'm so smoking hot. I had to watch where I walk on my property because I'm afraid I'll catch my property on fire.
Young Toon said, man, telling you whoever arguing that math is reckless with their money. This guy said, yeah, for a minute. And that guy said, from the end. The one that said, sharpening your sharpening wheel. I don't know, he's talking about from the end.
What is he wanting to see?
I don't know. He might be ecstatic. Scott
worried.
said, warm soda. This guy said, yeah, right, LOL, short stroker.
Hey, y'all don't forget now. Y'all can say what you want, but y'all remember what color my wife is. Just saying. We keep it clean here. But hey. You can't always go by the size of your shoes either, because I wear little shoes.
Young Toon said, LL sharpened a chainsaw live would have brought a lot of opinions out.
Well, I've sharpened a couple live, and I sharpened mine. And let me tell you about sharpening a chainsaw. I'm 56, I'll be 56, and I've been sharpening chainsaws since I was about 12 years old, hand sharpening. So they could come on there and say all the opinions they want, but I used to cut logs. I'm talking about actually stump logs, and we ain't talking about firewood, y'all. We talking about big hardwood, anywhere from up to 40, 50 inches across the butt. Pine trees. Guess the biggest pine tree I ever cut was probably about 48 inches. So I know how to sharpen the saw. They can come on there and say all that bull crap they want. Not everybody can file square top chain, and that's what I got on my saw now, square top. And probably the people that once criticized me, if they see me, they wouldn't even know the difference between a square top and a round top, round tooth. A round tooth chain don't cut quite as good. It's easy. Anybody can file it just about a round chain, what they call a round top chain, and it stays sharp longer, but it don't quite cut as good through the wood. But we used to work a lot of people back in the day. My dad did. That's all he bought was round top, because most people would sharpen a square top about halfway through, and it wouldn't cut no more because they done messed it up. So, just saying, I don't know everything, but I've been sharpening a chainsaw. And if anybody watched my videos, when I sharpen my chainsaw, they see me cutting, and I cut some pretty big stuff with it. They could see that, I know how to sharpen a saw.
Scott said we have a red flag warning here. This guy said, yeah, LOL gloves too. Not your shoes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wear small gloves too. I guess it's like that commercial, you know, that commercial they had for a long time. What was that about the hamburger? This guy, his hands
little
was,
tiny hands.
yeah, his hands real little because the hamburger was supposedly so big for your money, you know, it was a giant hamburger and his little hands were so little, you know, so big, you know, that's me.
This guy said, I want to build a stump table. It's on the bucket list.
Well, this guy, everything I cut today, we got to get. I ain't got no money to go out and buy another shed, so I'm gonna have to get me a shed built in the next few weeks, pretty quick, because we want to get stuff out of this house. We need a place to put it, because our little cabin ain't big enough to put everything we got. So I got to get a storage shed built, and I ain't going, you know, I ain't going all big. I might do 16 by 20 or something like that to start with, and it's not going to be nothing professional, or I'll probably do it live, but I'm sure I'll be criticized, but it's just, it's going to be good enough for me and my wife engaged, and that's just to store stuff in. So, you know, it may not, because I'm not a professional carpenter, so, by no means. And I ain't never claimed to be, and tell you real quick, I'm not. So, but it will hopefully keep whatever I put in it dry. That's the main thing. And I'm gonna build this guy. I'm gonna build it a little heavy. I'm gonna see if you think it's heavy. I'm gonna use true 2x12s for my foundation. Don't you think that's heavy enough? 2x12s, true 2x12. That's pretty heavy built, you know. So.
Young Tunes, and I'm 33 from Charleston, West Virginia, cutting and clearing timber since 9 years old. Square top's the killer for most agreed.
Yeah, you know, back in the day when they used to do that, they used to have them tree falling competitions around here. That's back when that Soren or whoever was done the wedge cutting, you know, all that. You know, you leave the back side, you cut through the board, through the middle, all that. Well, he filed his saws, a square top, with a flat file, but it's not a regular flat file. You got to know what it's like, a triangle file. And let me tell you something, that cut better than anything I ever seen in my life. And I sharpened a few of them, but I never done it enough to really get into it because, you know, most time out in the logwoods, you just touch them up, you know, and you go back to cutting, you know, about every, most time, we run big chainsaws. And, you know, you can cut for a while on a tank of gas. Most of the saws we run with some big 4 tanks of gas with a gallon of gas. So, but every time you burn a tank with, you know, you just touch it up, keep from your chain getting so bad you take too much off. You know, if you went half a day without sharpening it, of course, you know, you're going to hit stuff, so you took more of your chain off. You make your chain last longer, and your saw cut better by hitting it, you know, every tank of gas. When you burn that tank, put gas knowing you just touch it up. So that's what way we done it back in the days.
Yeah, this guy started getting a little congested. I think it's this weather change. I mean, it literally is like freezing cold in the morning, and right now it's warm. You see, we don't have jackets. We don't have jackets or nothing on.
Look at this cat. Show me this cat.
And then it'll get right back cold again.
I think that cat wants to eat me. He's sitting there. He about to pounce on me, y'all.
And then we took Gage for his 3-year-old checkup, and he apparently has a double ear infection.
Yeah.
Just going around. Scott said I like to use triangle top.
Yeah.
Oh man, this guy. I hope she gets to feeling better.
Yeah. It's you know, like I tell everybody, I'm not a professional at anything. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. I can do a little bit of everything, and I'm not a master at none of it. But it works for me. May not work for everybody else. And this channel is not to teach anybody the way I do things. Because I run a chainsaw without a hard hat, which I wear glasses. I don't wear safety glasses. I don't wear leg chaps. Trust me, everybody don't do as they see me do. Everybody wear the leg chaps, hard hat, safety glasses, and all the safety gear. Most definitely wear all that stuff because chainsaw is very dangerous.
Young Toon said they over sharpen square usually.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and they don't get deep enough on the square top. Is the main thing. They don't get deep enough down in the tooth of a square top, and that when it, further back they go, where they start coming up on the tooth, and they just screw it up. They just mess it up. So anyway.
This guy said Trump hands. Scott said red flag for weather. Everything is super dry. Yeah, we got burn bans across the majority of the state. I think there was just a few counties up north that weren't under a burn ban.
And when I say they serious here, I talked to the fire chief down there where we lived the other day. They had a woods fire. There was some guy that lived from India or something. Claimed he didn't know what burn ban means. I mean, I don't know that burn ban. Anything banned, I thought in any language means don't do it. But anyway, he done it anyway. Caught the woods on fire.
Oh, he's awake.
Like to burn his house down. So they charged him a big old healthy $700 for doing that.
I'm coming.
And I guarantee you he knows what burn ban means now. I promise you. But anyway, it's dry here. It don't, I mean, it's not good for the timber. It's just not, it's just not any good. So anyway, but my wife had to go get my son. He woke up. Well, he was ready for a nap, and he didn't take a very long nap. So that's not good. Well, when she gets back, I'll continue sharpening this blade the wrong way. Let me sharpen this the wrong way, y'all.
Henry said, yeah, but you're making it out of good lumber.
Yeah, and I'm making my foundation on my storage building a 2x12. And everybody watches my channel. Everybody please like and subscribe. Hit the like button. And when everybody knows when I cut my timber, it's not store-bought. It's true dimension 2-inch by 12-inch.
This guy said, HEI, get rid of that payment. Get a water tote. F the BS.
Yeah.
I'll be watching. Said burn and old lasts a long time. Said get a weed burner.
Yeah.
Now the guy came back and said good sharpening, thank you.
Yeah.
This guy said, what up? Is that saw you got, you know?
What kind of saw?
What up is that saw you got?
Well, yeah, this guy, you trying to say my little bitty electric saw I got?
Young Tune said something about the angle on the trifile on a square does justice. But yes, often in use, just quick, brighten up the teeth and back at it.
Yeah, now, don't get me wrong. That we call it square, square flat file, but it's not. You know what I'm talking about. But definitely, I'm telling you, when I say that thing will cut, it will pull shavings. It takes a heck of a saw to pull that chain because it's grabbing. And and a lot of that's got to do with the way you file your drags, what we call drags. And a lot of people say, oh, that's a no-no, but that's different opinions about that. So back when I was a young man, the first thing I done when I put a new chain on the chainsaw, I filed my drags down just a little bit. Because I wanted that thing to sit there and eat. I didn't want to have to, I wanted that thing, and when I put it in that log, I could hold that thing with one hand, but not say never hold the chainsaw with one hand. Don't do as I'm saying. But that sucker would just pull its way through that log, because when you're out there in 110 degrees weather in a thicket, stumping logs and bucking them up, cutting all the limbs off, you want that saw doing all the work. You don't want to have to do, you just want to have to tote the saw. And, but anyway.
This guy said I had my Johnsard for 25 years and just realized it's a 71 cc.
That and I got, this guy is a 75 or so cc. It's not a legit Husky, but every part on it is a Husky. I mean, if I go to the Husky saw shop, I can get every part for that saw, and every part on that saw will fit a Husky. It's a legit Husky. It's just the old school Husky. They don't make that particular style of Husky now. They done got fuel injected and all that stuff. But that was what they called I think it was a 372 Husky. Is what basically what size my Husky is. It was what they called the 372, which everybody knows that was a good saw, good log saw.
Daddy's working.
And they was heavy. they was made very heavy, which the bar being 28 inches long, and it's a, say that bar that I got on mine is not a two-piece bar. A lot of people don't know it, but when they go buy a bar, even Husky makes them, Steel, they're like riveted together, or like a unitized body. They put them together, welds it together. Mine is actually a solid bar with grooves cut in, and it's got the changeable tip on it. See, that's the thing about it. A lot of people go buy these high-dollar bars, you can't even change the tip on it. Well, the tip could go out anytime. You can pinch it and burn the tip out. Well, mine's got, I think, 3 rivets in it I can take out and pull the tip out and put another one in, put the rivets back in, and keep on going.
This guy said full moon. Scott said the master of none is better than the master of one.
Yeah.
Charles said looking like a professional at work and living life. Be proud. True honorable way to live in life. Living life.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things I learned. I'll be 56, and I've done a lot of things. When it comes to logging, I do know a lot of things in logging because I've been doing it since I was born to logging. My daddy was a logger. His dad. I mean, I actually was going out to the logwoods with my daddy when I was 5 or 6 years old, young, a little bit older than Gage, out to the actual logwood. I'd sit around the work truck, and then when I got up to about 7 or 8 years old, we run choker cable back in. We didn't have all that fancy equipment. I would, when he come to set, I would hook the chokers for him. And if anybody knows anything about a choker rig, it's work. And that way my daddy was getting older anyway, so he wouldn't have to get off the skidder. I would unhook the choker cable. And then when I got up 10 or 12, I was actually going out there. I'd quit school at early age. But anyway, I had my first child at 17, 16, 17. I was married at 17, 16, 17, something like that. Anyway, I'd follow him out to the woods, help him hook. I'd hook up all of his logs out in the woods, and I just follow him back every trip, all day long, every day. So I do know what work is, and I know I've learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of things from my dad. He taught me everything I know.
We're not going back in right now.
He didn't teach me everything he knew. He said he couldn't teach me everything he knew because my little head would blow up. That's what he said back in the day. And he's probably right. My daddy was very talented.
What?
Man,
We can't go in the house right now.
He could do unbelievable stuff.
Henry said South to Louisiana's the same way. I'm not sure what that was about. Scott said, okay, back to work. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I got this. Won't be long. What's he wanting?
To go in the house.
Son, we doing a live.
This guy said, really thinking about buying one of them machines, but I can't justify yet. $2,800.
He talking about a sharpening machine? Oh, the sharpening is, he's running carbide.
Oh, man, sorry.
Well, this guy, actually, if you think about it, your blades are what, $150 a piece, $200? So, you know, if you can sharpen them 2 to 3 times, it wouldn't take long to pay for that machine. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, and knowing you could probably do some horse trading. You could probably find one somewhere, do some horse trading, bring it home and piddle with it a little bit and get it working just fine. So.
He said, burning oil, that 12 by 12. What horsepower is that gas stall that they bring off? You already said that. You already answered that, right, didn't you?
What?
The horsepower on your saw?
It's like 75, 80 cc, you know, cc. It's fair size saw. Good log saw.
And one guy said, beautiful cat.
Yeah, that dang cat was eating my shoestrings a while ago.
This guy said, machine equals the wood miser sharpener, $2,800.
Yeah, but this guy, I mean, your blades, you use mostly carbide blades. Is that machine you talking about? Are you able to sharpen your carbide tips? Carbide teeth is high.
Young 2 said, nah, that saw is a quick pinch up to a full project, telling you get S done, the older 70cc series.
Okay.
Eric, the doctor said Gage is perfect in his checkup. He's 28 pounds, 8 ounces. He's 3 feet and a quarter, but he had a double ear infection, so we get to do antibiotics for 7 days. Yay.
This guy, the only thing I need is a tooth setter. That's what I need, is a tooth setter. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me one. It could be a cheap one. It could be a used one. I don't care. It don't have to be new.
This guy said, yeah, I don't know if that was from. He said, they're new and no one's trading them sharpeners yet.
Yeah.
What? In just a minute, okay?
I wish I could afford to run carbide. But I can't, you know,
In just a minute.
can't afford no car back teeth.
Thank you for asking, Eric. He's a little cranky right now. He didn't have too much of a nap.
Hey, show him his monster trucks over there.
Look, you want to play some monster trucks? You got your zombie over there. Where's zombie at?
It's over there.
Well, it's hard. I'm trying to focus on you and can't do too many things at once. Oh, there's zombie. Look, there he is. You gonna go get it?
No.
That 28 pounds is heavy on your hip. But yeah, doctor said he was perfect.
He's had the same pediatrician since he was born. Yeah, I done sharpened up these blades now. I got the rhythm down pretty good. I can sharpen one pretty fast when I ain't talking.
I just need something to rest my leg on.
You want to sit in this chair?
No, you're sitting in the chair.
I might find a 5-gallon bucket.
We're not going in the house right now. What's in the house? There ain't nothing in there that you need. Everybody, let's drop those likes. Double tap that screen, hit those 3 little dots at the top. Hold on, Gage.
Well, you gonna have to go in the house?
I don't know what he wants.
You see my mark around there yet?
Nope.
I've been talking a lot, though.
What do you need? There's nothing in there.
What is wrong with you, son? What do you want in the house? What do you want in the house? What you got? What you got in there that you can't get out here?
John says he's got a double ear infection. He wants to go in the house. Come on, Mom.
Yeah, he's you couldn't even tell he had it because his doctor said he's a tough little boy.
Here, hold this for a second.
Okay. All right.
Let me just switch.
Whew. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about there. When things are new, this guy, and they a lot higher too when they're new. You know, when things first come out. Is that my mark? No. But okay. Yeah, this thing is. This is another one of my Ripper 37 blades. Man, them things will rip your fingers right there. You hear me? There, if you can see, let me see. Well, you can't really, I can't focus it good.
Just a minute, okay?
Well, you can see them there. But it's hard to focus. Well, he's not, I don't think he's going, I ain't got my tripod. It's out there at the land. I like this new wheel. Seems like it might be all right. I got it from Tractor Supply. Cost me right at $30, which I think that's high myself. But you know, them ones that come on this sharpener, the whole sharpener didn't cost but $85. So you know the wheels wasn't much. See, this one ain't even. It ain't even really like wearing like them other ones was. So, but anyway, it'll get the job done. You know, one of these days when I get to be a big timer, I'm already an old timer. I might get to be a big timer one of these days. I might find me a used sharpener. Woodland Mills. Okay, all right, this guy, appreciate you for dropping in here. I done had like 4 people that used my channels that's done went and bought Woodland Mill sawmills actually. And you'd think Willie Mills would send me one of them free sharpeners for helping selling their sawmills. You know, because I ain't affiliated with them. So, you know, but they ain't contacted me, nothing like that. Well, I've actually, I mean, there's been like 4 different people that's bought bigger sawmills than this one that I have, and they're a little bit more expensive. So, you know, but you know how it is. I only talk, you know, I run them, and so I'm gonna, you know, tell my opinion about them, and I like them. I like the Woodland Mill sawmills. Except for this morning, I didn't like mine for a while because of the crank, the spring, and the crank cover was acting a fool. I had to work on it. Yeah, yeah, burn it. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna treat. I think I'm gonna start treating a lot of my lumber that I'm cutting now, that I'm cutting for my cabin, my future cabin. I think I'm gonna start treating it as, you know, cut it. And you know, I watch a lot of YouTube, and people burns that, you know, burns it too, like you talking about, and it treats it. But I'm gonna do something like that. Right now, I just got to get this shed up, you know, as quick as I can. I really need it up. So, but you know, so we can start getting stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use. I'm actually gonna use probably my boss. You know, we run a lot of logging equipment, and burnt motor oil and diesel would work good. Which burnt motor oil and the diesel engine is got diesel mixed in with it, because you know that's what happens in the diesel engine. A certain amount of diesel escapes down through the cylinder walls, and that's, you know, dilutes the oil just a little bit. So actually, I could probably just use oil, you know, like that without adding diesel to it, because it would have a little bit of diesel content to it. So, but, and it probably would make the wood look pretty. I mean, I watched a guy do porches on YouTube, his porch with it, and he had some dark motor oil, and that stuff looked good. Actually, it looked good, like a stain, you know, just like a dark stain. And you know, that's gonna be my subfloor, them 2x12, so it really ain't gonna make, you know, make no difference if they're real dark. I'm trying, you know, I want to just make them last, you know. That's what, you know, the big deal for me is, because, you know, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, you're right. This guy, motor oil and diesel, does the trick. People can think or say what they want, but I can promise you, you put enough, couple coats of diesel motor oil on it, and that wood ain't going nowhere. Bugs ain't gonna want to eat it because they don't like diesel and motor oil. Then it repels water, fungus and stuff is not going to penetrate it because they don't like it either. That mold don't like it, kills that. So, you know, but anyway, that's it. I guess it's getting pretty close to Arkansas. Everybody, we're playing LSU tonight, and don't get me wrong, I like people from Louisiana. I'm not saying nothing bad about them, but for about 3.5 hours tonight, they're going to be my enemies. Now, I hope both sides don't have no guys get hurt during the ball game. I hope, you know, we both have a good game, but I hope we end up winning, you know, because I'm an Arkansas fan. Everybody knows me, knows I'm Arkansas Razorback. So, hey, Eric, we'll catch you later. Appreciate you coming in. Everybody hit that like button. I know this is going to be a short live, but, you know, sometimes I have short lives. Seems like my life might be pretty short myself, so, you know. Anyway, I figured I'd just do a little live, little short one, sharpening the blade, you know, stuff like that. This is the way I sharpen my blade. May not work for everybody, but it works for me. Not telling nobody go out and buy one of these and try to sharpen the blades, but if they want a cheap way, you know, if they're limited to funds, you know, just buy one of these. Catch these for about $85. As you can see, they're aluminum body and all. They're well made. For $85, the organ looks just like that. I think it's right at $500. So I'm just saying, you kind of pay for the name on some stuff. But anyways, if you need a way to sharpen, if you just a small time, cutting wood, go buy you one of these. A Dremel tool will work, but you got to be way more coordinated with your hands. You got to be really careful, because I've touched the top of my teeth before with that Dremel, and you do 3 or 4 or 5 with the whole blade, you done messed the blade up. But you can do it. There's people that does it with a Dremel tool. So, and there's people that sharpens these blades with a bench grinder. Works pretty good. If that's the way, you want to do it. To me, I kind of like this. I eventually want to get a diamond wheel to go on here. So it's made to sharpen this, and it hit the gullet in there a little bit better. Because that's where your micro cracks begin in your blades. That's the reason why they break a lot of time, because they'll start right in here. You can see it right in there in that gullet right there. But you could take a Dremel tool like this guy was sharpening his blades with. You can actually, after you file your blade, you can take a Dremel tool and just hit that a little bit on each blade that you do. If you want to take time to do it, hit that a little bit with a Dremel tool and take out that micro crack, and same difference, just a little bit more time consuming. But that's all according to what a person, how much time they want to take to sharpen the blades. Is it going to make the blade last a lot more sharpening? I don't know. It may. I usually get about 3 out of these. So I don't know. I might take a Dremel tool one day and just do like 5 of them after I sharpen them, and just see how many sharpenings I get out of them. And if I could get 2 to 3 more sharpenings past what I get now, then that would be worth me doing that. So, I guess I will see. But anyway, I guess my wife's not going to be able to come back out and hold the phone. We left our tripod out at the homestead. So, everybody, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get off here, because I'm fitting to go in the house, probably get me a beer and sit down and watch a little bit of another ball game. And then by the time it'll be time for Arkansas to play. And I really appreciate everybody for coming here. Everybody hit that like button and subscribe button, please. Before you leave, just double tap that screen, hit that like and subscribe. And I'm going to get out of here and go up in the house and sit down and relax a little while, because I've been going since about 5 o'clock this morning. Done got tired. So anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming in here. Leave some comments, and I'll get back with them, after this gets on downloads on the page. You can come back in and do some comments and all that good stuff. And this guy will catch you later. Eric will catch you later. John, everybody that I was talking to, everybody in here, appreciate you coming in here, and hope y'all come back on the next live in the morning. We'll be at the sawmill in the morning cutting some more lumber. Probably fairly early when I start my live. So everybody, we'll see you then. Appreciate everybody for coming here. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.